After a few days, we exchanged the busy city of Paris for the countryside in the Dordogne to meet up with friends. We drove through endless sunflower fields, enjoyed the peace, the simplicity, and good company. Our days were filled with nature, long conversations, resting, and wonderful evenings with wine and good food. We felt truly recharged before continuing our journey south. Already spotting mosquitoes out here. This Airbnb is so beautiful. We have this little, what do you call it, a porch? Yeah. We just sat down and we have this wine from the wine tasting that we did 2 days ago. It was actually, we wanted to go to a wine tasting in the region where we were staying, but we couldn't really find, we just didn't want to take care of, organize it all. So then David came up with the idea to all buy a bowl of wine and then do a wine tasting at the house where we were staying. And then I think I came up with the whole, let's do a little pitch and tell something. Anyways, I bought a wine from Czechia. How do you call it? Czech Republic? Czech Republic. Yeah. And it's a natural orange wine. Well, we didn't finish it, so I brought it with us. Here, I actually bought another bottle. So, just pouring in a glass of orange wine. Cheers.
Cheers.
Alors, si tu vois, avec
Yeah, the game that we're playing is called Toepen. The rules are very simple. You need to win the last round. Everyone gets 4 cards. The cards below 7 are out of the card deck. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are gone.
Oh.
The jack is the lowest, then queen, king, ace, 10 is the highest. So everyone gets 4 cards. Because David just lost, he can start this round. And I just won again. Yeah. Lost again.
Wat een kutkaart, joh.
We are on our way to Saint-Maxime. There's a marché brocante. I don't know what it is in English, but it's kind of like a flea market. Oh, flea market, I think that's what it is. We need to find an ATM on the way because yesterday we were at the market and I only had €2, so the only thing that I could buy was a pain au chocolat. And we both didn't bring our cards. So there was an ATM, but we couldn't get any cash because we weren't so smart yesterday. Yeah, we learned from that mistake. Today we brought our cards, but we do need to find an ATM on our way there. And then afterwards we're gonna go to the beach at Saint-Maxime because we've been to the beach in Santiago twice now. Today we want to try another beach. Slept 10 hours, feeling good.
Like I should.
Feeling happy, feeling grateful. Okay, we installed at the beach. The view is amazing here. Just on the other side you can see Saint-Tropez. It's in the far distance. Let me show you.
Okay.
There. Now I'm gonna try and read my book, which is in French. I do have internet here, so I can just look up every word that I don't know. I love it here. Good morning. Oh, it is our last day here and it is still pretty early. It's 9 o'clock. We already got ready to go to the beach because we want to spend our last day at the beach, of course. This have just been beach days, only beach days, but I am wearing this really fun skirt. I don't know if you can see it properly, but it is from UNIF. It's giving me like Hawaii beach vibes, but it is so bright orange and I never really wear these types of like bright colors, so I don't wear it as much, but I thought it was perfect for a beach day. Okay, we are here, ready for our last day here. I'm just gonna listen to some music, maybe to a podcast, do some tanning, relaxing. That's it. Okay, we got back at the Airbnb after our last beach day. We decided that for our last evening we want to get a takeaway pizza and just find a nice spot at the beach to enjoy our pizza, our dinner, with hopefully a sunset. The sunset here is absolutely beautiful, even though the sun sets on the other side. For that occasion, I decided to get ready one last time before we leave. So I am going to do a bit of makeup. It looks like I didn't get a tan at all in this lighting, and I don't know why that is, because if I look at myself in the mirror, I actually did get a little tan. I did burn my back the first day we were here, so I didn't really spend that many minutes in the sun. I spent most of my time in the shadows. Obviously I didn't get like that much of a tan, but yeah, right now I'm just going to get ready. I am always a bit sad whenever I'm gonna go home again. I'm excited to go home because when I'm traveling I always miss my routines, even though I always try to create like a bit of a routine whenever I'm traveling. But I don't know, this time I don't feel ready at all to go back actually, and I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because I'm just in a bit of a strange phase in my life. I don't need to get back to work on Monday to work for a boss. I'm very excited to work on my own stuff obviously when I'm back. But yeah, whenever I'm traveling, it just really allows me to think about my life and reflect on my life and just try to organize what I think is important in my life and the things that I feel like I can let go. And I did a lot of reflecting this holiday actually, and I also think that maybe it's the Sagittarius in me. I have a lot of Sagittarius placements, and if you're not into astrology, you might be like, oh my god, shut the up with this astrology bullshit. But I have a lot of Sagittarius in me, and even though like my sun is Pisces, which is a water sign, I have a lot of like Sagittarius fire sign placement, and I feel like sometimes those two can conflict a bit. I don't know, whenever I'm stuck in one place for too long, I feel the need to just completely change my life. I've moved so many times ever since I moved out of my parents' house. I lived in like 6 different houses, and after a year, you know, in Harry Potter there's this curse on the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, where after a year it changes. A teacher cannot stay for longer than a year. I always say that I have this curse in me where I cannot live in a house for more than a year, other than obviously my parents' house where I grew up. But ever since I moved out, after a year I just move, whether that's within the same house, moving to like a bigger room or whatever when I still live with my roommates, or in Nijmegen after a year I moved to a studio. I didn't even live there for a year, and then I moved in with David, and then this time is the first time that I just lived in this apartment for longer than a year. And I noticed again this year, after living there for a year, I was like, I want to move again. Whenever I'm traveling, I'm like, okay, I want to move abroad. I want to live in a different country. I always have the urge to move and start a new adventure, and I don't know what it is. And it gives me this sort of like a restless feeling. But then on the other hand, if you follow me for longer, you know that I always have these routines in my life, so it's always a bit conflicting, and it's like, what do I want in my life? And then whenever I'm traveling, it kind of allows me to think about these things a bit more on a deeper level and really sort out, you know, what matters to me. And I feel like this holiday especially, like, I've been doing a lot of reflecting, and I've been writing down some goals for myself, and I kind of have a clear vision of what I want to do in the near future and also in the long term. So I feel like very relieved in a way, but that also made me not want to leave, because I've just been having a really good time here. I just love France so much. I don't know what it is, but I love this country. I really love people, I love the language, I love the culture, I love the nature. But I'm also excited to go back because I also got a lot of inspiration. Let me know if you ever experience like these thoughts whenever you're traveling. I feel like it's inevitable, and everything always seems better when you're on a holiday. You're like, oh my god, life is amazing here, and then people go back to their jobs or like school, and then reality hits you. You shouldn't always romanticize it, or you should romanticize your holidays, but then also try to stay a bit like realistic of like, and appreciate your everyday life as well, because sometimes it's easy to get carried away or something. Yeah, that was my little rant. I also just realized when I was looking at my calendar that within a month I will be traveling again, so that makes me very excited, because next destination is Malaysia. Oh no, we're going to head out in maybe an hour or two and get some pizza, and then we're gonna enjoy our last few hours at the beach, of course. Where else would we spend it?